Is this a case? Am I being cynical if I think that this is a case of Major League Baseball kind of wanting their cake and to be able to eat it too? Now that Pete is gone, we're going to welcome him back. It just seems like it was very expedient uh, for me. Allegedly, 4 months after the family petitioned him to get this edict, what is Major League Baseball's motivation here?
That's a question you'd have to ask the commissioner. I'm not sure. I mean, it seems more closely associated with a meeting he had with the president. Donald Trump, who made it quite clear he wanted to absolve Pete Rose and get him back into sort of a position where he would then be eligible for a committee to get him into the Hall of Fame. But that's really a question for him. Again, to me, I'm not sure what that motivation is. To me, permanently ineligible means just that. And the passing of Pete Rose doesn't necessarily change the dynamic for me. He was permanently ineligible. I look at the Hall of Fame, and this is such an individual, personal conversation, and your feelings about Rose and your feelings about the sport. For me, Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame. If you go to Cooperstown, you will see the numbers, you'll see the bats, you'll hear about the records. You know that nobody in the history of the game has more hits than Pete Rose. If you're talking about putting a plaque up in the hall where all the other plaques are, that's a different story. And that's clearly what this paves the way for. Doesn't mean, Rick, that this is going to now green light him to get in. It's quite clear the players who are on these committees have made it clear that any stain on the game, whether it be steroids, and those guys got like 4 votes in the most recent committee. Gambling is another one. I mean, having grown up in clubhouses the last 30 years, remember walking into every one of them. And the top line is, in a sense, the commandment: thou shalt not bet on baseball. He violated it. He was then put on a permanently ineligible list. I don't know. I don't know the motivation. I don't know what changed. He and what he did as a player are Hall of Fame worthy, but he's in the Hall of Fame. We know Pete Rose's records and, again, his bats, etc., are there. You can see and read all about him.